It's time for Ryan's Roses. This is a public service here. If you think something's going on in your relationship and you can't get to the bottom of it, just hit us up via email and then we'll see what we can do. But it says, Dear Ryan and Sissany, friends of ours got married in Vegas recently. My boyfriend went without me. I couldn't go because of work. We're both part of this group of friends since college, so while I hated not going, it was fine that he went. I agree with that. I think that if you're all friends, you could say, look, I could see myself doing it. Here, go with our other friends to it. I got to work. That's fine. Yeah. She says, but when the pictures started showing up on Facebook, I saw some things that really bothered me. A look here, a touch there. Maybe in one picture, it wouldn't be a big deal, but there were a lot of pictures of my boyfriend and other friends of ours a little too close. I even spotted them in the background of a few. He's saying, oh, it's very innocent. Now, there's insecurity in this relationship because for her to even jump to that conclusion means that she's not totally secure with him.
Right.
Because I think that you see photos like that, people are having a good time, you're hugging each other.
And like dissecting them so much, you know?
Yeah.
It's like going photo for photo.
Well, that means there's already a problem before Vegas.
True.
So now what we've got to do is find out what has gone wrong before Vegas. Mm-hmm. Vegas isn't the issue.
Interesting.
Vegas is not the problem.
So you already think for sure that there's some fishy business going on here.
Well, I don't know if there's fishy. I know that there's insecurity, and I'm saying that Vegas isn't the reason that she's insecure. Something else already happened.
Right.
Or something's not happening. Mm-hmm. She's not getting something. Let's find out more. So, Denise, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good, thanks. So I was just saying to Sissany, let's take Vegas out of this for a second. What was not strong, or what weren't you getting, or what has happened in your relationship to even bring you to the conclusion that something might be going on seeing these pictures? Because I feel like your relationship already before Vegas, something wasn't right.
A little bit. I think that he's just been acting different in general.
But that happened before this trip.
Yeah.
You see, that's my point.
Yeah.
Did you already feel uneasy with him going to Vegas to begin with?
I don't want to say that I felt uneasy about it because I still trusted him quite a bit. It's not like I thought anything were to happen there. I didn't mistrust him, but I think that we had gotten in a fight, like, I don't know, like a week or so before, but it was nothing that would prevent me from having him go.
Right, but what was the fight? What happened in the fight?
It was like a family thing. He didn't come to a family thing of mine, and I didn't know why he didn't want to come.
So he's let you down. He's let you down, and then he let you down in your mind again with these photos. And there seems to be a theme running here. So Denise, let's put you on hold. How long have you been together?
We've been together for 6 years.
And do you feel like you have total, solid trust in the relationship?
I thought so. And not until these pictures have I ever really, I mean, I think that you always have doubt in some way. I don't know. Maybe that's just me trying to compensate for not having trust in him. I don't know.
No,
but these
I mean,
pictures,
in a relationship, you shouldn't have doubt. Denise, what is it? Was it a specific girl that you keep seeing in all these pictures, or was it like?
Yeah, it was. It's a girl named Nayeli who, we're not like best friends with her or anything, but she's a group in our group of friends, I would say. So she's more of an acquaintance of ours than anything else. And
ask you something? When you said, because sometimes you say stuff and you don't mean it really, you want to do the opposite. When you said go to the wedding, did you really mean don't go to the wedding?
No, I didn't. I'm not.
Okay.
I really don't.
But that can happen. I've been in that situation.
Person.
All right.
I understand that, and I definitely don't think that. No.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try and call him. Sisney's going to take this and get him to at least, hopefully, send roses to you. And maybe, is it Nayeli or someone else? All right. We are going to call now, and we want to find out what he puts on the card and who he sends the roses to. Okay. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Okay, you have my permission to call my boyfriend on Kiss FM.
Okay, here we go. Good luck.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Julio.
This is Julio.
Hi, this is Colette. I'm calling from Fresh Blooms. We're a brand new flower shop here in West Covina. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hi. Well, I'm calling because we're doing a promotion this month. We're giving out free flowers, just trying to get the word out of our new business. And you've been selected to receive a free dozen roses. They're absolutely free, and you can send them to anybody that you'd like today. I don't need any credit card or billing information from you. We're just trying to promote our new flower shop. Are you sure they're absolutely free? I don't need anything. This is not like a scam or anything. I promise.
Free roses?
It's a free dozen roses. We do a promotion once a week, and we're just trying to get the word out about our business.
Okay. I mean, if I don't have to sign up for anything.
No, you don't have to sign up for anything. We just ask that whoever you send the flowers to, hopefully they like them, and then they refer us to, more friends and family. We're just trying to get our business out there, word of mouth.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds
Great.
good.
So, I just need the name of the person you want to send them to, and we can write a quick note.
Okay. Yeah, can you send them to Nayeli with a note that says, can't wait till Saturday.
Can't wait.
Nayeli, that's who you're sending the flowers to, Julio. It's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio right now, and we have your girlfriend Denise on the line. What's going on with you and this other girl? And what's happening on Saturday, Julio?
Yeah, Julio, hi.
Hi.
What is going on with you and Nayeli?
I absolutely knew it. Oh, my God.
Nothing is... Look,
Julio, you can't say nothing's going on. You just said can't wait until Saturday. And were you in Las Vegas with? Was he? He was in Las Vegas with her. Mm-hmm. So look, your girlfriend thinks that you're cheating on her. Are you? Clearly, you're doing something wrong.
we got together at the wedding in Vegas. And
what are you doing on Saturday?
Yeah, we plan to see each other on Saturday.
Why?
Well, that's a problem.
So you lied to me when I said, did anything happen between you and Naomi in Vegas? You lied. To my face.
Yeah.
3 times.
Look, I didn't know what to say. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I just haven't.
You made me feel like I was crazy for even thinking that. You called me crazy. That you would never do that, and I'm right.
You cheated on your girlfriend when you were in Vegas for this wedding.
Yes.
All right.
I haven't.
So you don't want this relationship because you wouldn't put yourself in the position to lose somebody if you didn't care, if you didn't think about losing them, right?
Look, I care about Denise a lot. Do
you want to be together?
I don't think that we should be together anymore.
After 6 years, you want to break up with me this way? This is what you want to do? Because I asked you before, straight up, whether or not you did this in Vegas, and you said no. So you were never going to bring it up?
Because I didn't know. Because I don't want to hurt your feelings. I didn't want to hurt your feelings then.
If you don't want to hurt her feelings, why'd you hook up with Nayeli?
Look, it's just something that happened. I didn't plan for it to happen. I'm sorry. I didn't know how to deal with it. It's like we've been together.
Yeah, nobody wakes up and plans to be That's right. That's probably true.
All right, hold on, you guys. Hold on, you two, for 1 second. So you saw that coming. Here's the lesson there. Here's the lesson. You cannot expect loyalty from someone that's not going to give you honesty. And that's what that guy's doing right there.
It's true.
Not meant to be.
Wow.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. Let's get to the email. It says, Dear Ryan and Sissy, I got a voicemail from a woman that did not want to say who she was. Anonymous. She said she saw my husband with another woman at the OC fair. She told me that they were holding hands. I have not said anything to my husband because how can I believe this woman that doesn't even have the courage to say who she is? But I want to know if it's true or not. So this could be going a lot of ways. Jackie could have an enemy who's trying to sabotage your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
There could be another woman that's trying to cause a problem that wants to pursue her husband. Or it could just be a hoax.
So none of this even happened. They're just saying it did.
I mean,
to put a monkey wrench in their relationship.
Those are the things that come to mind for me. I think that this is not coming from a place of somebody doing a good deed. Mm-hmm. My gut tells me that this is somebody trying to cause a problem. But Jackie, knowing that I think that, is there anything more you can tell us about this situation? Is there anybody that might be considered an enemy of yours or somebody that you might know in your circle that would be encouraged to sabotage your relationship and go after your husband?
I can't think of anybody that would leave this message for any reason. So I don't know. I don't know what to think because it's so weird that this person didn't leave a name and that it's supposed to be, this anonymous tip. So I don't know. I didn't know what to do.
What did this person say on the voicemail?
And did you recognize their voice?
No, I have no idea who this person would be. They just left a voicemail saying that they saw my husband with some other woman at the OC fair, and they were holding hands, and they seemed sure that it was him, and that, quote unquote, it was not a casual thing. It looked, serious. So,
all right.
I don't know.
How long have you been married?
3 years.
Do you have any kids?
No.
Jackie, here's what we're going to do, because we want to get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Sissany is going to call him. You're going to be on the line. Be very quiet. She's going to call him from the flower shop. She'll offer him some roses. Then we want to find out who he sends them to and what he writes on the card, what note he puts on the card. Very important. Okay?
Okay.
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, we got it. So, good luck. Here we go. Let's see what we learn.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Manny?
This is he.
Hi, Manny. This is Vivian. I'm calling from Floral Chic. We actually just opened up here in the area. How are you doing this morning?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. We're a flower shop, and we're actually doing a promotion this month where we're giving out free flowers, and you've been selected today to receive a free dozen roses, and they're absolutely free. You can send them to anybody that you'd like. We don't need your credit card information or any billing information from you. We're just trying to promote our business.
Sure, it sounds a little sketchy.
No, I mean, we're just brand new to the area. We're actually right on the corner of Beach Boulevard and Orangethorpe. So we're just trying to get the word out of our new flower shop. And we do this once a month where we just kind of pick people at random.
Huh.
It's absolutely free. You can send them to anybody that you'd like. They'll get them this afternoon. And all I need is the name of the person you want to send them to. And we can write a quick note.
Okay. Well, if you are sure that it's free,
it's totally free, I promise. Okay, cool. To your wife. And do you want to, what's her name?
Jackie.
Jackie. Okay. And what would you like to write on the note?
Just, I love you.
I love you. Okay, cool.
Manny, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany here. Just want you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio. We've got your wife Jackie on the phone. She asked us to give you a call because she got a message from another woman who told her that you are being unfaithful to her. Jackie, why don't you explain to Manny what's going on here?
Actually, I would like for Manny to explain to me what's going on here, because I did not expect you to send the flowers to me. I mean, are you sure you didn't want to send them to, I don't know, your girlfriend? Because I have women calling me and telling me that they've seen you at the OC fair with some other woman holding her hand. Does that sound familiar?
What?
Manny, did you go to the OC fair?
No, I was not at the OC fair. I'm so confused right now.
I don't think your wife is making.
To be honest, right now, I'm going to leave. Like, seriously, I will take my things and I will leave the house because I don't have time for this.
Okay, Manny, I don't think your wife is making this up. Someone has called to try and sabotage your relationship. Do you have any idea who might be trying to do that?
I have no idea, but baby, you got to calm down for a second. This is crazy. I have no idea who would do that.
You have no explanation. Because seriously, if you don't tell me something right now, like, my son is going to be gone when you get home today.
I think all right. It's possible that somebody saw my brother
Joseph.
Hold on. Manny, let me make this as quick as possible, just because Jackie's clearly upset. Are you cheating on your wife?
I'm absolutely not cheating on my wife.
Jackie, do you believe him?
I don't know. Like,
Does he have a brother that could be mistaken for him?
yeah.
Jackie, are you happy in your marriage?
I mean, yeah. Until that phone call, I would never have thought anything like this would happen. I'm happy.
Do you have the voicemail saved?
I do, yeah.
All right, here's what needs to happen, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Manny, you need to sit with your wife. You need to let her ask you every single question on her mind, face to face, eye to eye. Jackie, you make the list of questions right now. Okay. You will be able to tell if your husband is lying to you or not, because he's not getting up until you're done with all your questions. If you believe he's telling the truth, then he's not messing around with you. Now we need to get to the bottom of who that phone call is from. Is it random? Is it sabotage? What is that about? Yeah. So there's two things you need to do. And that's the best I can advise you now based on what we just heard.
Absolutely. And you'll be able to tell with just body language alone if he's lying.
Yeah.
So we're going to let you go and work on that, okay? Thank you very much. Well, she was pissed.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised because he sent him to her. I thought she would be happy.
Well, she's not happy because she got this message. It's not going to just change in a beat. Time for Ryan's Roses, 102.7 Kiss FM. All right. Let me get up to the picnic table here. Coming to you from the games in Rio. Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. And you should note that if this is a situation where you've heard it over the years and you do want to have us look at your email, you just send us the story, and then you have another step before you determine whether or not you want to go on the air with it. But you could send us a story, and then Patty will reach out to you and see if you want to really go through with it on the air and broadcast it. But we've got one here from Jessica Norwalk. So she says, my husband and I went on vacation to Cabo, something we planned a while ago. Since the time we booked the trip, my husband went there with his buddies for a bachelor weekend. She goes, I didn't think much of it. So all of a sudden, he didn't want to go to Cabo anymore. He said it was because he had just been there a few months ago and didn't feel like going back. So they booked the trip. He goes, which is a foul. And now he doesn't want to go. So it sort of ruined it for him. She says he suggested we go somewhere else, but because of the deal we got, we couldn't change it. Nor did I really want to change it. When we got there to Cabo, he barely wanted to leave the hotel. She said it was awful. It wasn't the relaxing vacation I should have been on. I don't know what to think. All I know is that there's a reason he did not want to go back to Cabo.
Fishy.
So what happened in Cabo? I mean, even before all of this, I think it's a foul that you've got a trip plan. Like if I had a trip plan with my girl and all of a sudden, I'm going with my boys there, it kind of ruins the excitement.
Totally does. Because you want to be both excited about going there together.
You need to be aware enough to know that that's not good. That's kind of like when I'm dating someone and I say, hey, have you ever been to this place? I'm so excited to take you to this place. You ever been? And they go, oh yeah, 3 or 4 times. It's kind of bummer. Lie to me. Don't tell me you've been. Matter of fact, really tell me you're excited to go. You ever been to Disneyland? Never been. Great. I want to show you this mountain there. It's a great mountain to climb. So I want to get Jessica on the line. Jessica, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Everything's okay here. How can we help you with this? I'm trying to figure out what he would be what's he running from in Cabo? If you're going and you're going together and you're going to some hotel, what's he possibly afraid of running into there? It doesn't make any sense to me. It
doesn't to me. And he was so on edge. Not like himself at all. So
but what could it be? Are you going to the exact same place he went to with his pals?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not the exact same place, but like we would try to go out to a restaurant, or he was trying to avoid certain places. So maybe it's something that they went to when they were with his pals. I don't know. But
there's a big place, Cabo. Yeah, it's not like you're going to run into the same people.
Yeah.
Maybe he did something criminal. I'm not so sure this is cheating. Like maybe he's running from something.
Oh.
I don't. It's just crazy to me.
Is he still acting weird?
Totally. I mean, it's been a little bit less. I mean, the trip was 2 weeks ago, and I did bring it up like at the end of our vacation. I did ask him, like, is something going on? Does your weird behavior have something to do in your book?
How long have you been married to him?
8 years.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get Sissany on the phone, call him and offer him some roses.
I have a better idea.
You have a better okay.
Maybe I would love if you could call him and tell him you have an international delivery for him. Just say like from Mexico, specific with Cabo, and then tell him that you need to confirm like whatever the delivery address is and kind of do your thing because I want to see how he responds.
So who do you call us? Sis?
I'm thinking right now, International Express or something.
Is that a company? That was called Federal Express.
Yes, we all know about that one.
Why don't you call from BHL or something?
BHL? DHL?
No, can't use that. I don't think we can use that. But basically, that's the kind
International
of thing
Express can work. I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Well, we got to sort it out before we get him on the air.
I'll figure it out.
All right. You want her to call and say he's got a package and then get his reaction to the delivery?
Yeah, I'd see if he acts weird and see if he's okay with whatever this package is coming from Cabo to our house.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to call from where?
IGHL.
IGHL. Right. What's that stand for?
International Global HL.
Right. What does HL stand for in DHL? I've never known. I don't even know.
It's German.
It's German? Well, let's look it up. This is one of those trivia questions I'll get someday.
Dulcie, Hillblom, and Lynn.
Yeah, don't use that. Let's use IGHL. It's good. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to get Jessica on the line. Hey, Jess, I need you to say, Ryan, you've my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM. Okay, go ahead.
You have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, we're going to do that, and Sissany knows exactly what you want her to do, so we're good to go. And let's just see how he reacts to this international delivery from Cabo, okay?
Alrighty.
Okay, here we go. Good luck.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Adrian.
Speaking.
Hi, my name is Tamra. I'm calling from IGHL. We're a delivery service, and we have a package delivery for you from Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And I just need to confirm your address before we send this. Do you have a few moments to speak?
Okay.
Yeah. So, are you at Street, Norwalk, California 90650?
Yeah. But,
okay, great. Well, I just wanted to confirm your address before we send this package. So that is the correct address?
Yeah, but I'm hardly ever there. I'm at work pretty late these days. Is there any chance you could just send it here?
Let me see if I can switch. You know what? No, based on how this is being sent, we can't switch the address.
What do you mean how it's being sent?
The sender basically clicked on something that basically it can't be changed. I'm sorry.
Huh. So it has to just go to my house? I don't want it to go to my house though.
Oh, yeah, it has to go to that address, unfortunately.
Can you tell me who it is? Please?
I'm sorry, I can't disclose that information.
Okay, well, can you leave it like, if it has to go there, can you leave it outside, like towards the bushes?
I don't believe that they could do something like that. And also a signature is required for this package.
No, if you could just leave it out like by the bushes, I think that'll...
I knew you were cheating on me.
Adrian, I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio. This is your wife, Jessica, on the line. What's going on with this package that you don't want sent to the house? Why do you want the package sent to the office? And who do you think it's from in Cabo?
I don't know who it's from.
Is there anybody that would be sending you something? Did you leave something somewhere in Cabo that needed to be returned to you?
Not that I can think of, quite frankly, off the top of my head, no.
Your wife, Jessica, would like to tell you something.
I knew you were cheating on me. I knew this because you know what? Like, the whole time we were in Cabo, like, you were so on edge. You didn't want to go anywhere. You were being, like, incognito and trying to get us to go to other beaches and other places, and there's got to be a reason. I know you're lying to me. I know it.
Babe, I think you're being paranoid. I went to Cabo a few months earlier with my brother for the bachelor party, but I just didn't like it. And honestly, I just want for you, like, I don't even understand how you can go from a package to cheating from me not wanting to be in Cabo. This is crazy to me.
Because we had this Cabo trip planned for over a year, and then all of a sudden you were going there, and you were texting and on your phone a lot afterwards. Like, something weird is going on, and it's not just because you didn't want to go back to Cabo. That does not make sense.
Let me try and sift through this. Adrian, why did you jump the gun and book a trip to Cabo and go down there with all your boys when you knew that she was looking forward to this and you guys booked it as a couple? That just seems like a dumb move.
Man, to be honest, my brother wanted to do it. It's his bachelor party. That's where he wanted to go. I wanted to give a great bachelor party for my brother. I was the best man, and like, what am I supposed to do? Just tell him, like, no, I'm going with my wife later on?
Well, there might have been a better way to handle it, because now your wife gets down there and you don't want to leave the hotel. Why didn't you want to leave? You don't like Cabo? I mean, come on.
Up?
I don't buy that.
I didn't like it. I didn't vibe with the place.
Who doesn't like Cabo San Lucas? Now I know you're full of it. So you get down there, whatever happens, happens. You go back down there and you want to stay inside. Why did you want to stay inside?
Well, for one, the hotel was really nice. I didn't want to leave. Like, the hotel was great. The room was great. I wanted to be with my wife and have some quality time in there. I'd already seen the sights, and I wasn't as impressed with other places that we've seen, to be honest, if I may.
Well, here's the deal. I don't know where it happened, how it happened, or when it happened, but clearly she's lost some trust in you. I don't know what you did or what you didn't do, but it seems to me, it's apparent, Sissany, that there's trust lost in this relationship. And trust is like, it's like an eraser, you know? The more you make a mistake, the smaller it gets. So I think that you need to go back and work on why your wife doesn't trust you or has doubts about what you're doing, whether you did something or not. We have a problem. I'm going to ask you right now, and then we just got to let you go. Are you cheating on your wife, Adrian?
I'm not cheating on my wife.
Jessica, do you believe him?
I don't know what to believe anymore, honestly.
For Ryan's Rose, this is a public service. It's a last resort for anybody that can't quite get all the answers in their relationship. Let me just get to the email. It says, Dear Ryan, my husband went to Australia to visit his brother, who he's not seen in years. I didn't go because I stayed behind with our baby. Since he's returned, he's been very distant and weird. I decided to unpack his suitcase because it had been sitting there for 6 days. In the front pocket, I found a photo booth strip of my husband, his brother, and two random girls. Now everything makes sense. He's acting weird because something happened down there. Now that's not good. That photo strip, not a good idea.
And why would he
Well,
pack
by the way,
it?
let's just say that you are in a photo booth with somebody and you're forced to do it because your brother made you. Why? You're not keeping that photo.
Yeah, you burn it.
Let's grab her here. Lauren, I don't know that I need to know much, because if I would have found that kind of picture and I was in your situation, I would have very, very good reason to think something was happening. Let me ask you this, actually. I'm just thinking, is his brother the kind of guy that instigates trouble?
I have never known him to be a guy who instigates trouble, but I haven't actually spent a lot of time with him. I mean, we were only dating for 2 years before we got married, so and then he moved to Australia shortly after that. So
What are they doing? There were two random girls and your husband in the photo.
Is the brother single?
well, the whole reason my husband went down to Australia is because his brother John is going through a divorce. And I was actually supposed to go with him, but we have a 15-month-old, and I was going to drop her off at my mom's, and my mom was going to take care of her, but then I got, like, mom guilt. And, you know, a couple days before, I said, you know what, I'm going to stay. I can't be away from my baby for that long.
I like that you said that, and I actually like that you said to him, go. Because, you know, the brother's going through a hard time, and he needs to be there. I like all that. But what I wonder is this a case of your husband just being reckless, or is this a case of your husband actually cheating while he was on a different continent? But let's find out if he's truly being reckless or if there's more to it if we can. So, Lauren, Sissany is going to call your husband and, you know, try and find out what's going on by asking him if he would like to send roses to anybody. And then she's going to find out what he wants to put on the card, okay?
Sure.
So can you just say for me, Ryan, you have my permission to call and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM?
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband.
Great. Okay, so we're going to do that now, and good luck. Okay, sweetheart?
Thank you.
Be very quiet so we can see if we can get some stuff out of him here.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Sam?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Ariana. I'm calling from globalflowers.com. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine.
Well,
sorry, who is this?
My name is Ariana. Globalflowers.com. We're actually a global flower shop, and we're promoting our new business. It's basically, you can send flowers to anybody you want at anywhere in the world. So is there anybody that you would like to send free flowers to today? You've been selected as one of our winners.
No, thanks. I'm good, thank you.
You can send them locally too. You don't have to send them like anywhere in the world. Would that work out better?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a winner, just send them to, I don't know, like a hospital. Just send them to somebody who can, that'd be nice.
Okay. Are you sure there's nobody you love? They want to just, put a smile on their face today with some free, it's the free dozen roses. They're really pretty.
No,
Sam?
I'm sure, yeah.
Sam, hello, Sam? Are you there, Sam?
Yeah.
Hello? It's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. I need you to know, Sam, that your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Know that. Your wife, Lauren, is on the phone, and she's asked us to call you, Sam, because she has a question for you. Lauren, why don't you ask Sam the question you have?
Hey, honey.
Hey.
I was unpacking your suitcase from the Australia trip the other day because you hadn't unpacked it in a week. And I found a photo in the outside pocket of when you and John, I guess, maybe went out one night and met up with some girls that I'd never seen before. And I just need to know if anything happened that night with those girls or anything. So I guess that's...
I don't even know what you're talking about with the girls. No, nothing happened, but what girls?
There was like a photo booth strip, like from a photo booth of you and John and two girls, and you were clearly drunk in the photos and just laughing and smiling and kind of, I mean, they were sitting on your lap. And then, I mean, you all were moving around in different photos, and it looked really raunchy, potentially.
No, I honestly, honey, I didn't even remember that photo being taken.
Were you in a photo booth with two other girls and your brother?
Yeah, I remember it. I remember her saying, now that she's saying it, yes, I remember being taken. I don't even know if the photo got back.
Okay, but the photo got back in your luggage. She was unpacking your luggage. She found it was a photo strip. But Sam, I don't necessarily think you did anything wrong here based on the information that I have. It could have been just some innocent thing where you jump in the booth for your brother. But let me just make this easier on your wife. She thinks that something's going on beyond a photo. Is there any truth to that? Did you do anything that you feel bad or guilty about or wrong in Australia?
No, I'm not that kind. No, I didn't.
You have any reason? You have any reason to think that your wife? Why your wife might think that something's going on?
And why wouldn't you send your wife the flowers?
Because, babe, you've been acting...
Well, the flowers, I just didn't... I didn't know what the heck was going on with the flowers. I've been distant since I got back. I get why she's feeling weird. I just figured you returned to your normal self, but you haven't. It's been a week since you've been back, and you're just so strange since... you barely make eye contact with me when we wake up. What is happening? I was incredibly tired and jet lagged. I mean, we partied way too hard. I thought my brother was going to be all sad and just crushed about his divorce. And I get there and he's just like a new man. And I don't know.
Okay. So I just want to say, Lauren, there is something causing you to feel insecure in your relationship. That is a fact. Is your husband doing something wrong? I don't know. Are these pictures innocent? Maybe. Are they reckless? Perhaps. Are they harmless? Maybe so. But there's a reason why you don't feel comfortable and totally connected in your relationship. And I think, Sam, that's what you got to hear here. I don't know what you did or what you didn't do, but I think that's what you need to listen to here. And I think if you address that with her, that maybe you'll get to a place that's a little more peaceful in your relationship. But she clearly doesn't feel the security she needs to feel. And I don't know why. I do admire that you went to go help out your brother. I do appreciate that she stayed with your kid, but just take that from this and we're going to let you both go and work on it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know what he did. I don't think it's that bad. I feel like Sam was just going to help his brother. And by the way, I've been in situations where you guys are like, hey, jump in this photo, and you jump in this photo and it's just a photo.
Yes.
It doesn't mean anything. I mean,
it'd be one thing if they were making out in one of the pictures, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, if the guy made out with the girl and their lips touched and he said, those lips are the lips I want to be with for the next 60 years, that'd be a problem.
Well, yes.
All right. It's time for Ryan's Roses. It's a public service. I want to get to the email now. I mentioned this not too long ago. It says, Dear Ryan and Cincinnati, I went to my friend's baby shower on Saturday. During that time, my kids were having a pool play date at our house. But when I got home, my husband and the mom of one of the kids were in the pool, not the kids. The kids were inside watching a movie. They got out of the pool, and when I got home, they said the kids were swimming also, but then they decided to get out and watch the movie. All sounds great to me. So she's livid.
You gotta know that feels bad when you're in the pool.
Wait, if you're in a bathing suit with somebody else and your significant other isn't around, like, I'm starting to feel a little weird.
Absolutely.
I mean, right?
Yes.
Like, I'm married, you're away, we're in the pool and bathing suits. I guess
No.
it shouldn't be a problem, but it is.
Yeah.
So she thinks that something's going on. Anyway, let's just get her. Lucy, we got the story. We know the background. You're at a baby shower. You come back. You see your husband in the pool with this other woman. What was your reaction in that moment?
I was completely shocked, Ryan. I couldn't believe it. Like, this woman is absolutely gorgeous, and she's really smart and funny. And then to see my husband just chatting it up with her in the pool in bathing suits with no kids around, it just really did not sit well with me at all.
Was she was the mother of one of the kids that was inside watching the movie?
Exactly, yeah.
Why did she have her bathing suit?
I have no idea. I mean, it was supposed to be a play date for the kids, and then I guess the parents got in the pool too, but then, yeah, there weren't any kids out there. It was just them two and kicking it by the pool.
I'm not enjoying this at all.
What kind of bathing suit what did she have?
It was one of those. It was like a two-piece, like black bikini, and it was one of those where it had like all the crisscross like straps on it. You know, then they're
all the cutouts
in fashion right now.
I'm
not.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of this story.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, it was just your husband and this other woman in the pool?
Yes. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, Lucy, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
Sisney is going to call him. You're going to hear it. I want you to stay quiet. We want to find out who he sends him to and what he puts on the card. Who's the other woman? What's her name?
Her name is Karen.
All right, good luck. Here we go.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for William.
Yes, is he? Who's speaking?
Hi, William. This is Fiona. I'm calling from Glendale Flowers. We actually just opened up here on Brand, and we're celebrating our grand opening. We're giving away free flowers, so congratulations. You've been selected to receive a free dozen roses today. They're absolutely free. Is there anybody that you'd like to send them to?
Oh, yeah. Great, yeah, send them to my wife, Lucy. Tell her happy Thursday.
Wife Lucy. Happy Thursday.
That's great. You guys just opened?
We just opened, and we're trying to just get the word out about our business. We're right on Brand, kind of near the mall a little bit. And they're absolutely free. So, okay, great. So do you want to write, like, love?
Yeah, put love your baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
William, it is Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and your wife is on the line. She'll explain all this, but quickly, I want to ask you, is there anything going on with you and Karen? That's the concern.
What?
Is there anything going on with you and Karen? She come home and you were in the pool with her?
That's ridiculous. No. No.
It's not ridiculous because you were in the pool with her and your wife was away and didn't, and she thought that there was a kids' pool party and there wasn't. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Yeah, no. She came in. We had all the kids in the pool. We were in the pool. The kids jumped out. They were going to go watch a movie, so they jumped out like, I don't know, a minute before she got there, and we were just hanging out. We were in the pool, but we were all in there together. We got out.
But Lucy, do you explain this to him? You're not comfortable with that.
No, I'm not comfortable with that at all.
Babe, come on. Okay, first of all, look, listen, I'll be straightforward. Karen's an attractive woman, okay? But
again, not something you should be saying right now. I don't care about your forwardness.
No.
No, I'm telling you. No.
My wife knows I love her. I know she's concerned right now, but this is insane. Look, straight up, you can just know that somebody is funny or attractive or whatever and not have to hook up with them.
William, are you kidding me? This is you trying to explain it? Complimenting this other woman's sense of humor and her attractiveness? Clearly you think very highly of this other woman. Your wife's not comfortable with it. The kids were supposed to be in the pool. They weren't. You were with her. Something isn't right. You got to see that. So what's going on?
I think you guys are paranoid. I think that's what's going on.
You guys, us? I think you got something you're not telling us.
I don't have anything I'm not telling you.
Lucy, what do you think?
I have a very happy, lovely family, and honey, come on. I love you so much, and I'm sorry that we were in the pool together, but there's nothing going on whatsoever. I mean, you are the hottest mom that I know. Oh. You are the most attractive woman that I know, and I only want you. I can't tell you how much you mean to me, but Karen is nothing. We were talking in a pool, just two adults having a conversation. You're the world to me, babe.
Don't you think that's a little bit inappropriate, William, though? Like, the kids are inside. They need to be supervised.
Inside
Number
a
one, they're
minute
not.
Before you did, we were getting out. It was hot. We were in a pool. We were all together in the pool.
Okay, William, we got to move on. Lucy, I need to ask you, do you believe him or not?
I really want to,
Baby,
but it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I agree.
Like he said that it was really hot, so wouldn't that make you want to get inside?
I'm with Lucy on this. I don't know what you think, sis, but I'm with Lucy on it. All right, William, we're gonna let you go.
I'm gonna get in the pool, babe. I think you're a little.
We're gonna let you go. Okay, Luce. Here's my 2 cents. You know him. We don't. We just met him. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not. It's still like, thank you guys for calling. This didn't really solve anything for me, and I don't know, it just makes me feel worse. And
well,
you got to figure out if you believe him or not.
By the way, get to her, get to her husband, like get in on this, like dig deep into this. Okay, Lucy?
Okay.
Well, I don't know if she should reach out to
good
her.
Luck, sweetheart.
I think she should just keep it between her husband.
Her husband is lying to her.
She needs to let him know there's something like this that makes her uncomfortable.
Her husband is lying.
We don't know if he's lying.
We do.
We don't.
I do.
I don't.
I can tell.
She knows her husband very well.
Right. Well, I just met him and I can tell. Not that tough of a book to read. Ryan's Roses as a public service. If you think something's going wrong in your relationship, we can try and get to the bottom of it via these Roses calls. Let me grab Natalie here. Natalie sent us an email. Dear Ryan and Sissany, I saw my husband get a text, and when he saw it, he quickly put away his phone. So he acted strangely. That night, I went into his phone to see what it was. It was a sonogram picture from a coworker. There were no texts in the chain, just a picture. I haven't been able to focus on anything in my life since. I asked him about it. He said that she got pregnant from someone she's dating and hasn't told anyone yet. The only people who know are my husband and the baby daddy. Apparently, she told him because they're work friends, and she needed to express what was going on. I don't know why she would need to send the pictures to my husband. That is potentially strange. I mean, just to a guy, even. I feel like you'd want to show those to a girlfriend. I don't know.
Plus, what type of relationship do they have that they're that close?
Well, that's tight. That would make me uncomfortable already, regardless if it's his or not. I mean, she's thinking it could even be his. Now that you think that it, I guess the first question, do you think it could be his baby? Or do you think that the relationship's just too tight that she'd be sharing this with him?
I really don't know. My worst fear is that, it could be his baby.
it could also be that they're just tight for some reason, and she is sharing this with him, which I still would be uncomfortable with.
It just makes me feel really odd, you guys. Why? You know?
But that's all. I mean, that's the question we want to ask. I think I got everything I need.
Yeah.
Can you hang on for a sec? Let's just make this call. Natalie, how long have you been married?
We've been married for 8 years, and we have a 7-year-old.
Let's go. I just want to go. I just want to do it. Would you say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM?
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
Okay, so we're going to call him, and Sisney's going to offer him some roses. We want to find out if he wants to send them to you. Do you know the coworker's name?
Megan.
And then what he puts on the card, okay? I think for 1 second, we're going to make that call.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Colin.
This is Colin.
Hi, Colin. This is Brittany. I'm calling from Rosa's Flowers. We actually just opened here in Anaheim. To celebrate our grand opening, we're giving away free flowers. And you've been selected to receive a free dozen roses.
Okay. They're completely free?
Yeah, they're completely free. We don't need any credit card information from you or billing information or your address or anything like that. We just, ask that whoever you send them to, if they like them, you refer us to friends and family. Like I said, we're new to Anaheim, so we're just kind of trying to get the word out.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
So I just need the name of the person you want to send them to, and we can send those out this afternoon. It's a free dozen roses. They're red.
Okay. All right. I guess let's send them to Megan.
Megan, okay. And what would you like to put on the note?
Is it okay if I don't say anything on the note? Like, could there be no note, just the flowers?
Do you want to sign your name? We can put like love, Colin.
Yeah, no, I think it just might be nice, an anonymous, just to get some flowers.
Anonymous. Okay.
Yeah. Is that
Colin,
okay?
it's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know that your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Sissany with me here. Natalie, your wife is on the line. What gives? What gives with you sending flowers to Megan?
Megan is a coworker of mine.
Let's just ask you the tough question. Your wife saw a picture of a sonogram come to your phone. Whose is that? Who's that belong to? Who's that baby belong to?
It's her boyfriend's.
Why? Natalie's on the phone, and Natalie, I'm going to ask one question, then you should ask, but why is this coworker of yours, Megan, sending you her sonogram without a message, and then you are sending her flowers without a note? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. She's going through something hard, so I thought flowers might be nice.
She's having a baby. It should be a joyous moment, but like, why is she going through something hard? And why are you the person that she goes to?
Yeah, why are you in the middle of it? That's a good question, Sissany.
Well, we're friends at work, and she did share with me that she was probably expecting a baby. So I just thought maybe she's just gonna know someone was thinking of her. I'm not involved. I just thought this might be nice for her. Like I don't know why. Like, I don't
Natalie, how do you feel about this? We need to hear from you.
I just feel like you're lying to me, Colin. I can tell when you're lying because you stutter, and everything sounds like a question when you talk. And I don't know what it is you're hiding.
We talked about this already. This is so weird. I don't get why you're doing this like this.
Because there's something about you I don't trust right now.
Yeah, why don't you send the flowers to your wife?
Exactly.
Because I'll see you tonight, and I give you a kiss on the cheek, and you don't have to. I got a friend that's going through something.
Colin, are you cheating on your wife?
No, you know what? This is pretty stupid. I'm sorry. Like I don't really need all these questions. Natalie, we can talk about this later.
I think Natalie, you should reach out to Megan immediately.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. You need to know directly from Natalie. Well, why not then, Colin? Why if there's no harm, no foul?
Yeah, there's no harm.
We've been married for 8 years. We can talk about this at home.
Clearly you're not talking about it, or your wife wouldn't have reached out to us.
All right.
I didn't come looking for you at the house.
I gotta get off the phone. I'm sorry.
Natalie,
we'll talk about this later.
Natalie, what you need to do? Hello. All right, Natalie, what you need to do? I don't know. You know your husband better than we do, so I don't know what to believe. But you need to find out from Megan what's going on. Mm-hmm. That's how you're going to get clarity here. That's your next move. That's what you should do right now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll message her. Yeah.
So sorry, Natalie.
Good luck. Don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking this. Let's say that if he did betray his wife, the saddest thing about a betrayal is that it never happens from an enemy. It's like the closest person to you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he did or not, but if he did, this is the person that you trust the most. And the betrayal that could be one of the biggest betrayals.
I don't like the venting of her going to him, and she's going through a hard time with this guy.
Well, I don't like the fact that he's getting the sonogram.
Yeah, exactly.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. It is a public service. If you're really stumped in your relationship and you can't quite figure out what to do, as a last resort, I suggest you can send us your story via email. The email is, by the way, if you're new to the show, go to ryan@kissfm.com. And we got this one here from Veronica. She wants to go on and try and get some answers. She says, "Dear Ryan, I woke up in the middle of the night recently and my husband was not in bed. I found him in the other room on the phone. He didn't see me, so I just sat outside the room and I listened to his call. He was talking with a girl and it seemed flirty. My heart sank. I didn't ask him about it. I still haven't. Maybe I'm scared of what I'll find out, but I need to know what's up. All right, let's just find out I need more detail about what she heard. Veronica, thanks for coming on. I'm sorry you're going through this, sweetheart.
Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me.
Well, we're going to try. I just want to know, and Sissany and I are looking at each other going, well, what did you hear on that call?
Yeah.
Well, you know how you can tell like that a person is speaking to somebody in a flirty way. That's how it was. He was like being all cute and whispery, and it just, to me, it seemed really, really flirty. And I started having these horrible doubts, in my head. And
what time of night was this?
It was like 2 a.m.
That doesn't make any sense. Who's talking at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
when you're married?
Did you actually hear a woman's voice on the other end, or you just heard his voice talking?
No, I just heard him talking. I couldn't hear who was on the other end, but he was in another room. He was all whispery. And I mean, that's not normal.
So there's a possibility it could not be a girl.
But come on. I mean, it was super late, and the things, I honestly, I didn't even hear exactly what he was saying, but it was in the way that he was saying it and how his body was kind of hunched over so I wouldn't hear, or like, so nobody in the house would hear. So, I mean, I'm really scared that something's going on.
How did you, I need to know specifically, what was your body language like when he comes back to bed? After he's on the call, you hear it. Did you fake sleep?
Yeah, of course. I didn't want him to think that I was hearing anything, because then I would have to confront him about it. And
so he has no idea you overheard this conversation. He thinks he's in the clear.
Exactly.
How many years have you been married?
We've been married 8 years.
Okay. Let's grab V here. Veronica, and she's been married 8 years. Veronica, can you say for me, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is, on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Sissany is going to call him from a flower shop. Where are you calling from?
Misty Roses.
Misty Roses. And who are you going to be?
Raylene.
Raylene? Mm-hmm. Okay. So she's going to call us Raylene from Misty Roses. And we want to find out who he sends the flowers to. Do you have any idea who the girl is, what the name is?
No, I have no idea who it could be. I hope it's me that he sends them to, but...
Well, Veronica, I hope so too. Well, let's also
find
out what
kids?
He says in the card.
Yes, we have 2 kids. We have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old.
I'm worried about this, to be honest with you. I'm just going to tell you out of the gate. So prepare yourself for anything here. That's what's tough about these. Good luck, Veronica.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Carlos?
Yes, this is Carlos.
Hi, Carlos. This is Raylene. I'm calling from Misty Roses. We're actually a new flower shop here in Cerritos. How you doing this morning?
I'm okay. How'd you guys get my number?
Good. Oh, hi. I'm calling because we're doing a promotion this week and we're giving out free flowers and you've been selected to receive a free dozen roses. I got your number through a database that we have here. You might have purchased something on the internet in the past 18 months and clicked to receive promotional offers from local businesses. And that's where we get our info from.
Oh, okay. And I'm sorry, you're a flower company?
Yeah, we're called Misty Roses. We're just off the 605 here in Cerritos. And, like I said, we're doing a promotion this week. We're giving out free dozen roses and they're absolutely free. We don't need any credit card information from you. Nothing. We're just, want to send them to somebody that you would like to receive roses. So a name of somebody. Okay. We can start there.
Okay.
Is there anybody that you'd like to send them to?
Yeah, I guess, you can send them to Meredith. Can you put it to Meredith?
Okay. And what
can you put like a note on it or something? Is that
yes,
possible?
Of course.
Great. Okay. You could just put like in quotations. If you could put para ti, it's like in Spanish.
Yeah, para ti. I understand.
Yeah.
Carlos, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice, I need you to understand, Carlos, your voice is being broadcast on the radio.
Oh.
Who is Meredith, and why are you saying for you?
Okay.
Why are you sending flowers to a woman named Meredith? Who is Meredith, Carlos?
Well, Meredith is someone I'm seeing. Is that a problem?
Why are you seeing somebody? You've been married for 8 years.
Are you married to a woman named Veronica, Carlos?
Look, I'm.
Well, hold on. Yes or no? Are you married to a woman named Veronica?
Yes, I am. But we're kind of we're not really together as anymore.
Well, hold on for a sec. Veronica's on the phone. Veronica, did you tell us the truth? Are you married? Or are you separated? What's going on?
We are married. You can't leave me, Carlos. You can't. I'm pregnant.
You're not pregnant. You're not pregnant. Look, she always says this. We don't even sleep in the same room anymore, okay? We're going through a separation right now. We're trying to get divorced. We're not together. Veronica, we're not together anymore.
Carlos,
do you understand?
Please, you're my life. You're everything to me. We have 2 kids together, and I am pregnant, and you cannot leave me.
You're not.
But Veronica, is Carlos telling the truth? Are you separated?
He wants to leave me.
Carlos, hold on. I'm just trying to understand this.
Yeah.
Let me read to you, Carlos. Your wife sent me an email saying that you got up in the middle of the night the other night. You talked to a woman at 2 a.m. on the phone. It was a flirty conversation. Then you got back into bed. She didn't tell you she overheard the conversation, but she thinks something is going on. Is that true?
Okay, look. Yes, I was talking to someone, but I don't even sleep in the same room as her anymore.
Is that true, Veronica? Do you not sleep in the same room?
Did you lie to us, Veronica?
He doesn't. He hasn't slept there for a while, but we used to sleep in the same room, and that's why I'm pregnant.
And you're not pregnant. She always says this.
How do you know? What do you mean she always says it? When does she always say it?
Whenever we get into a heated conversation or whenever I'm about to leave, she just starts busting out that she is pregnant, and we haven't even slept together in months, more than months.
Carlos, that was a false alarm last time. I told you I thought I was pregnant when we got into that fight.
Babe,
all right.
Listen, it's over, okay? It's not happening anymore. I don't know how else to say this to you. Do I need to just move out? Do I need to just grab all my stuff and just leave tonight? I don't understand.
Why are you still there if you don't love her?
We're literally just getting through this right now, and I don't have a place to go. I don't have family in the area, and so until I can get on my feet, I'm just staying there. But we're in separate rooms. It's like roommates right now, and She just doesn't want.
Don't you find it a little disrespectful that you're talking to whatever girl you're seeing in a house that you're sharing with your current wife?
Well,
and our kids.
Listen, okay? I have not done anything wrong. We have separated. We agreed that we were separating. The fact that I've been talking to her at night in the middle of the night just so I don't cause an incident.
Veronica, are you pregnant or are you not pregnant?
I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant.
You're not pregnant.
All right, look, guys, I don't know hey, Carlos, Frank, honestly, I'm taken aback a little bit because I don't know who to believe here. I don't know how we can help. Look, Veronica, you reached out to us to try and get you help. If we don't have the full story, I'm not sure how we can help you. Carlos, if you're telling us the truth, then I think that you really need to spend some time with Veronica to make it clear what's going on. But there are two different stories in the universe here about what your relationship is.
I'm telling you, it's.
Well, you're telling me and she's telling me, so everybody's telling me something, but it's different. I'm going to put you both on hold. Anybody who's listening to that, who is telling the truth? Who do you believe is telling the truth? Is she telling the truth, or is he telling the truth?